Hi, this is Noel Serrano with the Gala Lighthouse. A universal battle, life versus death. In Romans 5 through 8, which we may call the kernel of the Bible, two key words are used repeatedly. These words are life and death. In Genesis 2, life is represented by the tree of life, and death by the tree of knowledge of good and evil, verses 9. The issue of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil is actually death, not knowledge. Therefore, we may call these trees the tree of life and the tree of death. Knowledge, good and evil. The tree of death is very subtle. Although it brings forth death, it does not call the tree of death. Instead, it is called the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. There are three related things concerning this tree: knowledge, good, and evil. Although we all appreciate knowledge and good, we do not like evil. We consider good and evil to be in two distinct categories. The concept of good and evil in the Bible, however, is different. The Bible puts both good and evil in the same category. This indicates that we should be for life, not for good or evil. According to Genesis 2, knowledge and good are put together with evil, belonging to one family, and they are three sisters who work together to bring forth death, which is, of course, the opposite of life. The line of life and the line of death. Some Christians say that we should no longer be considered about the tree of life and the tree of knowledge spoken of in Genesis 2. But most of the items found in Genesis are seeds of spiritual truths developed elsewhere in the Bible, and we should not neglect them. In Genesis 2, we have the seed of life and the seed of death. But at the end of the book of Revelation, we see the consummation of these seeds. Death, the last enemy, is cast into the lake of fire, Revelations 20:14. Life abounds in the New Jerusalem, for there we see the river of water of life, with the tree of life growing in it. Verse 22, 1-2. From the center to circumference, the New Jerusalem is a city of life. The seed of life sown in the beginning of the Bible consummates in the harvest of life, and the seed of the death consummates in the harvest of death. Because the seeds of life and death grow throughout the Bible, we can trace the Bible, both the line of life and the line of death. In this booklet, we will consider these two lines as they appear in Romans 5 and 8. In Genesis 2, there's a triangular situation involving God, man, and Satan. In this chapter, man faces two sources: God as the source of life, and Satan as the source of life. In Romans 5 through 8, there is the continuation of this triangular situation. Eventually, this triangular situation will result in a twofold consummation. The negative things will, along with death, be swept into the lake of fire. But the positive things will, which those who have been redeemed, flow in the city of living water. Today, we are all headed toward this ultimate consummation. The believers to the New Jerusalem and the unbelievers to the lake of fire. In their everyday experience, many Christians have one foot on the line of life and the other on the line of death. Other Christians vacillate between the two. Perhaps yesterday you were on the line of death, but today, by the Lord's mercy and grace, you are once again on the line of life. This is Noel Serrano with the Gala Lighthouse, and join me next time when we go to part 2, the reign of life and the reign of death. This is Noel Serrano with the Gala Lighthouse, and the following has been a presentation of the Gala Foundation.